Hi, good morning everyone. I've been able to leave the orchids outside for the last 4 days now, and it's gonna go, it's so far, looking into the forecast for the next 10 days, it's still really nice weather, so we should be able to leave it outside for the next 10 days some more. So yeah, I was gonna go through a quick video on how what I did to get everything out, and it didn't actually take too long. It's just a large container. It took a long time because I had to handle them about 1 or 2 at a time. And I mean the large ones, as in this one, the Denfal, and then this one, this no ID Denfal as well. Which, by the way, look at that. Isn't that pretty? I love this one. And I've had this one in my collection for a long time. I don't think I've ever had this many bloom spikes on this before. I'm not gonna bother counting. Right. And I am gonna go through what's in bloom later, I think. I'm just gonna go real quickly to talk about how I brought all these out. All right, let's walk over to the pergola so I can show you. I basically use these containers. I was able to get, you know, everything in 7 or 8 containers, and then this basket as well. I didn't actually end up using the 2 black ones that I also have from that I showed you before in the previous video, but these big ones were able to go in a container. All of this was able to, so that way I could squeeze about 4 of them in a container for the big ones, because otherwise I would be able to 1 in each hand. So, and I think a couple of them I was able to stack between the pots, another one on top that is not so big. Some of the hanging ones, the smaller hanging ones, I was able to put on top. So let's see. And actually, besides those containers, I also use these trays. This tray, I got it from a garden center, and it was big enough for baskets, bigger pots. And then this also. And then these are the ones that are hanging, and all of the Vandas were able to down in that huge triangular clear container. And I think 1 or 2 I had it do by hand. I can't remember which one it was. I think maybe that large one behind there. Yeah, that one, since it didn't bend so easily and too long for the container, I just did that, pull that out. And all of this, of course, was able to transport quickly, all of this in that container. So yeah, it was not a hard task at all. Oh, and one more area. This one right here, it looks like it would take a long time, but actually it didn't. Everything here, believe it or not, went into 1.5 container. And I mean, this entire area was 1 container, and some of this leftover I had to squeeze into another container. But yeah, this one's actually really quick. It took a little time to hook it up, but it was very quick pulling it down from the sunroom. And I have a few in the sunroom that are deciduous to keep it from the rain. We've had quite a bit of rain in the last 2 days. Thanksgiving Day, I believe. Yeah, Thanksgiving Day and the day after, those 2 days, Thursday and Friday, lots of rain. So these orchids are really getting watered. It was so beneficial to have them out. I have a bunch in spike, and I'm going to keep them fed. So why don't I go ahead and do a quick walk around and show you some of the buds that are developing. I believe one of them, it's right here. You see that Vanda? There. This is Kuwaldee fragrance, and it is, I have 2 of these. The other one bloomed in the spring, and this one's a little late. Usually by now it would be blooming, so we're a little late. Okay, let's see what else. Because one day when I was just, I guess it was, yeah, the day that I was bringing it inside about a week or 2 weeks ago, I found 2 bloom spikes. Look at that. One, and see if I can get that. There. Can you see that? So exciting. And this is last year's, and we only had one single one last year. So it's so exciting that we got 2 this year. Let's see. Right here. Vandachostylis, actually. Tubtim Siam. Thavat is the variety. So this one will be exciting. I left it in the rain for the last couple of days, and it's loving it. All right, and now I'm going to show you this one. It takes a long time, I noticed, for this one to open its bloom, and this is bracteosum times tanii, I believe. Yeah, there. And it's been in progress for a while now, but just opening really slowly, which hopefully is a sign that it will bloom for a long time. So, all right, let me bring you somewhere else. Let me see. I think you probably have seen this one already. I have made a division of this one, Doritis, pulcherrima, for a friend of mine, V. She's lost a lot of her orchids from the cold last year, so we'll make a division for her of this. And then this is the main plant of the Doritis pulcherrima that we made a division of. We've divided this 3 or 4 times now. So, okay, I think I showed you this earlier real quick too. This one is one of William's rescue as well. Here is BLC Ronald's Canyon Koko head, and I'm gonna Google that to see what it looks like and see if it matches this. I've been experiencing some a lot of mismatch lately on the rescue orchids, and I'm not sure what happened. And I think the last one that I had a mismatch of is it was a weird tag. It had I think it was a cattleya with another one that's supposed to have purple in it, but it ended up to be all white, and it was white reception. That's what it was. It was white reception. It was, I think, the 3rd or 4th pot that I got, and it wasn't with the right tag again. So so I have 2 cattleyas in here. Just want to show you how funny this root is growing. It's really sticking right to the walls, and so many secondary roots right off the main roots. And this one's just got a new growth, but this one is on this side, I believe. Yeah, but it's possible that I have 3 in here, and that tag is not with this, so it's possible. But this is coming out to be a little bit purple on the possibly on the lip. So yeah, we'll, and it's been development for a while now, so we'll give it another couple of days. We're going to have sunny weather, I think, in the next couple of days. We're back in this area, and this is a Skinneri cross that I had been complaining about a while ago, that there's some discoloration in the flowers, so it probably has a virus in there, but it's not a detrimental virus. It's a very low-key virus if it does just that, making a discoloration in the bloom. But look how many buds I have. This is the most I've ever had off of this plant. It's 5 of them, and they're not small. They're fairly large and still developing. And then, so this is the one that I decided I'm not going to keep it isolated, too much work. I'm just going to put it together because I haven't seen any other orchids that have this discoloration bloom, so I don't think that this virus is very transmittable easily, and I haven't cut this plant with any tools that I didn't disinfect. So I was one time I divided this plant and I remember removing some ulcerative bulb. I just ripped it, I think. Okay, this one is a rescue orchid. Yep, one of Williams again, and you have seen this bloom before. Yeah, this is, ooh, the tag just broke. It's getting so brittle, I guess. Very old. Burana Jade times Aridang, Dendrobium Aridang. Yeah, and then it's got, so I think it had one bloom spike this summer or late fall, and then we have two more. Here we go, 1 and 2. So excited. And then here is this one, and this is the 3 in the pot from Carmela that I got. This one is Burana Pinky. That's what it is. It's Burana Pinky, number 15. Here in a tall pot that I reused. It's a neti basket inside the tall pot to keep it from falling over, and I think some rocks in there, some pebbles. And I've got this really pretty deep red, crimson color practically, spike coming out. Look, oh, there's another side spike right there. It's so cool. And then this one, I think some buds fell off. Not sure from what, and I wouldn't be surprised. It's because of handling roughly. And I don't think, yeah, this is not one that I have an ID for. And I got this one, I think about 4 or 5 years ago at Lowe's. And every year it blooms. It's a coconut orchid right here. And then we have, oh, some slugs got to that bloom, and this one too. And this one is, I believe, is it looks like Marie's Glory, one of the Glory, or I'm sorry, one of the Maries. Let me see if I can find the tag. I did earlier. Okay, I found it, but it's really hard to film it. Let me see what I can read off the tag. It is BLC Yen Corona Green Genie. I think that's what it is. I feel like I had that years ago, and it rotted on me, and it's kind of nice to, if I have this one again. I remember it was so fragrant. Okay, and we are right by the table again. And this one is called BLC Majestic Light Glory. And it looks like there's going to be some pretty spotting on this one. It looks like a pretty fruit also, the way that it's so plump and striated. And this is one of the rescue orchids. This, I believe all this area is rescue right here, all this tray. And then Marie's Glory is still blooming. It just has some rain damage on it's one of the sepals, and it's still blooming though, and really fragrant, this one. Okay, this one, Dendrobium Fire Wings, for the 4th or 5th time it is blooming this year again. Look at that, or I mean getting ready to bloom, developing a spike. And the bloom lasts for a long time. I highly recommend this orchid if you like to get a very prolific bloomer. And then this Epc Lime Shubert times B nodosa is also in bloom, still in bloom. It had bloom on this spike last month, I think, and now it's developed another one right here. I think I need to unpot this. There's something going on. I need to disinfect it, and get it repotted and change media. The algae is really bad for it, and I think I did have some moss on it, on top. I took it all away. No, I took some of it away. It looks like I have some more still through there. So I need to repot it and get rid of the moss. I'm having a lot of moss trouble this year. I recently, or when I say recent, in the last 6 months, I got some moss from Lowe's, and for some reason this particular moss, and it's packaged always the same way. It's in that yellow bag, the Better Grow bag, and it seems to, this particular batch seems to get a lot of moss. In the past, when I purchased the moss from Lowe's, I didn't have much trouble with it. It didn't grow that much algae on it, and I'm going to try to boil some of the moss and kill the algae and see if I can reuse that moss, because you know, moss is so expensive. Just a small amount of it was already $6 or $7. I want to show you my Kuwaldee. It's growing like crazy in this rain. Look at those roots, so pretty, so luscious and delicious looking, huh? Hopefully no snails are going to come here and eat that. Right. And here are all the Vandas, or some of them. I have a couple of them in the shower. I'm excited about blooming this one. This one is Celeste. This is Vandachostylis Celeste times Koko. And I don't think I see any bloom spikes yet. I guess I'm really happy with this because of the roots. The roots have really taken off. It's gotten so thick. Really happy with it. And this one tends to grow pretty much downward. You know how sometimes you have Vandas that the roots curl all over the place. But this one is just pretty much straight downward. I think maybe because it hasn't been broken much to send off branches like this one. You know, and this one, Orchid Delight, is finally done its work. This one I am super excited because I have had this orchid for 4 years now. I grew it from a tiny little bag baby, and it's finally giving me, look at that, a bud, a very plump bud. And it looks like there's some yellowness to it, which I'm really excited. Let me find the tag for you. Here's the tag. It's an Rlc Nakornchaisri Delight number 3. And it is such a lush plant. It's just been growing in this basket, and just haven't gotten to be old enough yet to bloom, and finally is this year. I have another bud developing, and there was 2 more right here, but it rotted away. That one right here, and here's the remnants of that rot. And I think right here somewhere it rotted away too. I hope this one's not going to rot away. It's possible it could. I think it rotted from, it wasn't from this rain. Not sure why it rotted, because I had noticed it rotting when I brought it out before the rain. Inside, I forget to also show you what's inside. We have a phalaenopsis in spike, and this one was a neighbor's. She brought it over because she didn't know what to do with it after it was blooming. So my friend Deidre, who also got this orchid after it was blooming, didn't want it anymore, so I happily took it, and it's got 2 bloom spike. One right there, right in the middle, and one right here. Okay, and unfortunately we have a little problem with snails. Ate a little bit of the leaves. It ate a little bit of the leaf, but it's okay. We still got other healthy leaf. And look at the roots. I repotted the plant she gave me in here sometime this summer, and look what we got. Look at, really taken off. This miserable looking phalaenopsis is still blooming. Isn't that wonderful though? This, look how miserable the plant looks. And this is the one that is from Williams' collection. It's the only phalaenopsis that I took with me. And this is the original plant. And then now, here it is. This is the new keki growing. So I will be splitting that off sometime after it's done blooming. Okay, now we're in the kitchen, and I forget that I still have some bloom in the kitchen after I do the outside. This one is gone for months and months and months now, I feel like. And this is Enobi Splash, Dendrobium Enobi Splash. And there's no sign that it's going to wilt and drop. So it's keeps going. Look at that. And I've been just keeping it lightly watered in the kitchen. It does get some light, a lot of bright light on my left side here of the kitchen. It is western facing. And then also very, very prolific bloomer. This is Royal Genting, and it's giving us a bloom spike. Super, super long bloom spike, and it has a lot of buds. This is, I think it's the healthiest bloom spike I've ever had on this plant. And it's not a large dendrobium, it's a middle-sized dendrobium. It's got yellow, orange mixed color, but this orchid, it's known for its scent. It smells like honeysuckle. It's super fragrant. I have this one. This is also a rescue orchid. This is Dendrobium Burana Princess. And let's see, variety is Pearl. Dendrobium Burana Princess, variety Pearl. And a few more buds yet to open. Looks like we blasted one of the little ones up top. And then we have Burana Doll number 15. Look at that. Or is it number 7? Hold on. No, number 7. Burana Doll number 7. And I split this one up into 3 pieces. One for V and one for my friend Jim. And I gave one to my friend Jim, and I think I had that one shown in the last video where it showed what's in spike. And I gave him a pretty big cane, so he has really good blooms on that one. This one you've seen in the past where it had a massive amount of bloom, and I've basically taken a lot away and split this one to share with friends. Very rewarding orchid right here. Do you remember this Brassavola hybrid, Little Star? And it was rotting on this side right here, and from black rot, and we were able to save this. Some of it, oh, it looks like we got, nope, this is a burnt spot, remember that. And we've been able to save this plant. It's such a massive plant, I don't think it'll go all at one time if you just hurry up and cut off all the rots and treat it right away. Let's see, I've got some blooms all over still. This is a really still very rewarding plant as well. Look at all the bloom spikes that I have out of this guy, and they're still developing a few more. See, like this one right here. So yeah, this side is really congested with blooms on this right side. So, and then onto another Brassavola. This is one from Williams' collection. It was a little piece after I had taken off a lot of the bad part on it. This is a Brassavola Little Star. Let me see if I can show you the difference in size of the blooms here. See how, and this one is considered a pretty small one up top. It's even bigger. Look at that. So look at the two differences. Over here behind the Brassavola little star mount there are a lot of phalaenopsis and spikes, and I'm not going to go pull all that out to show you, but a lot of them are in spike. Here is Yellowbird in bloom. It is massive. This is in its original pot that I bought from Lowe's maybe 3 years ago, maybe 4. And I haven't repotted. I haven't taken it out of the pot. That might be a bad idea because the center will be congested and may rot. So might end up having to take just the outside pieces and start a new plant. Okay, that's all for me today. I hope you all had a wonderful Thanksgiving, and do lots of shopping to help support all these business. And I've got a unboxing to do. Hopefully in a couple of weeks. I purchased something, a birthday gift for myself, and it's going to be used probably for the orchids, maybe. We'll see. All right, bye-bye.